Good afternoon from Hawaii. Thank you for tuning in to our first ever episode of Keep Going Podcast. I want to give a big shout out to our first guest, Black Amir, for coming through today. So, tell us, man, give us the deets. How's your 2020 going?
Hey, man, what's up, Louis, man? Thank you for having me.
Yes.
2020 has been a tricky year, man. You know, it's the year that I don't think nobody expected, but sad to say, man, for me it's been a blessing in disguise. You know, our team been very creative during the lockdown. We got a lot of materials we got coming out soon. We got pretty much right now we got 3-4 collections ready. You know, we just gonna put them out piece by piece, and you know we just gonna get back going. You know, full swing again. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, how about you, man? How's 2020 been treating you?
You know, this is actually our second take at this, you know, and you know, we got our second win here in the new year, so I definitely want to end 2020 on a strong note, you know, and I'm glad to have a support system that I have around me to keep me on track, that I can also keep them on track as well, you know, you give and you receive. And so it's been a blessing also, a blessing in disguise. I think it would have been a blessing in disguise for a lot of people that they have just put the work in, you know. So what's good with your, I know you said you've been in the work, your team's been putting in the work. So I know you got your 2020 collection, for fall collection coming out. What can we expect from that? It looks like it's going to be a real nice drop.
Yeah, so the fall/winter drop is it's two drops. The drop one we released on October 9th at 5 p.m. Eastern. Mm-hmm. And we're bringing back the Save the Culture caps with the balloon. We took our logo off there because we wanted to focus more on the design itself and what the message of that design. And then we have the Youth Revenge, the one with the balloon and the cops.
Right.
And and then we got the culture. A couple years ago we did the culture design. So we did a twist with this design, and we made each letter in the word culture represent something from the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the first drop, and then the second drop, you know, we don't have a date at the moment, but it's a colorful drop. So the first drop one, pretty much everything is all black, you know, just, you know, straight all black, and then the second drop we're gonna get a lot more colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when we will be getting the like the Black Boys Do Cry hoodie?
Yeah. So mid November. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, mid November. Yeah. We're gonna do the hoodie and the sweats too. We're gonna do the full suit.
Yeah, and I think it's getting cold down there right now, isn't it?
It is, man. This morning, you know, the weather was low, maybe 65. You know, it's Florida, so waking up in the 60s, man. That's a good day.
Oh yeah, I miss that. That's for sure. Hopefully, we get some of that cool weather here in Hawaii. Looking forward to it. And so I know one of the big things for you this year was accomplishing, writing, finishing, and producing a product that you were able to give out back to the community, your book.
Yeah.
Tell us about this book experience, man. You know, that's a beautiful thing from, you know, especially to me coming from our city, knowing, you know, I mean, it's a small city, so you can almost just know where somebody grew up from in part of the city.
Yeah.
You know where they grew up from, you know what they came from, and you know, just to see people be able to give back like that and produce this type of content, it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, give us some deets on that.
Yeah, so the funny thing about this whole project, this book, and the name of the book is The 10 Powerful Money Habits Ever Millennials Should Develop, right? So starting off with this book, it was a personal book. It wasn't a book that I was gonna put out there to the people. It was like a goal, a personal goal. So what I did, bro, literally, I write 30 minutes in the morning, every morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did that for 8 months to a year. And, you know, when the book was done, you know, it was like my own personal diary where I go to and get back to it, you know what I mean? Just read over it. So I had a friend that read the book, and he was like, "Bro, you need to put this out there." You know what I mean? So we went back into it. You know, did some edits. You know, clean a couple things up, remove a couple things, just made it easier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, for the general people to understand. So the main concept of the book is just the basic fundamentals. You know what I mean, living below your means, finding a side gig, using that income to invest or pay off high interest debt. And you know what I mean, just basic fundamentals. Easy read, bro, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You know, something you can get back to, you know what I mean, just to go over and to, you know what I mean, analyze a couple things and see if you're on the right track.
Yeah, and I read it, I bought it, you know, I support it, and
hey, thank you.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a great book, you know, and you made it to where it wasn't boring. You know, there's a lot of books out there that are, you know, kind of trying to cover the same topic, but they put too much information. You know, it's like noise, and it makes it hard for people to pay attention, read, and suck it in. And so, you know, the way you formatted the book, you know, I think you did a very good job on that, as far as having it relatable to people to be able to understand how to implement those studies, you know, from their points of view in their lives.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like, bro, people our age, you know, in our 20s, a lot of people lack just the basic knowledge. Like, people our age, they think if you have money, you're supposed to spend it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's letting people know you don't have to spend it. You can create a system to have that money work for you, more money in the long run. You don't have to spend it that day. That paycheck to paycheck lifestyle is something that you can escape from. It's, you know what I mean, it's not permanent. You know what I mean? So that's what the whole book is about, man. You know, especially for young kids that's coming out of college. You know, it's important to just to understand just the basics.
Right.
Let money work for you.
Yep, absolutely. And that's why, you know, it was great that you put that book out there, because there's people who they need it. I mean, like you said, there's people who think they got to live paycheck to paycheck. They need to get paid, they got to go buy a new outfit. They get paid, they got to go out with their friends. You know, you can do it. You don't have to do it. You know, there's other ways to make your money work for you, so you don't have to keep living that lifestyle.
And another thing too, bro, is with spending money, I think it all comes back to balance and values, right? So, you know, I tell people to live below their means. I'm not telling you not to spend money on things that matters to you.
Right.
But you got to cut back on things that don't. So just spend money on things that brings value. You feel me? So if a nice car brings value to you, get that nice car, but you're going to have to cut back somewhere else. If you might have to cut back in the type of apartment you live in. You might have to travel less. So, you know, it's just the importance to just spend money where values, you know, the thing that bring you values.
Right. Absolutely. So since you've dropped the book, you know, and you know, you've been promoting it, you've got it out there, I see lots of feedback, I see lots of people sharing it. What are the type of reviews and stuff that you're getting on that?
Man, I've been getting the reviews been crazy. So I had someone actually, they left the review today, and I can read. Let's see. Let me read this review. The review is pretty much, I can't find it. I'm having a little bit of internet issue on my phone. Mm-hmm. But the review pretty much was talking about, said he went out and picked up a side gig delivering groceries. And, you know, he finally have some money in his savings account. So now he's looking forward to like even start investing. And he said he haven't been this motivated in a long time. And, you know, he said he finally can get out of this paycheck to paycheck cycle that he's been in for years, you know. So that's a good feeling, man.
That's right. Making a difference one by one. You know, somebody's going to see it. Somebody needs that type of information. You know, lots of information in the book I found useful to me too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what you put in that book it's sound information. And so, you know, thanks for that. Big time. There's a lot of people back in our community who, once they stumble across that book, I'm pretty sure that it's going to make a difference in their life if they haven't already, you know, begun doing that stuff in their life, making those changes. straight out of high school, you went right into, investing but not just investing, like you stuck to it. You were able to build a habit and just follow that rule. And
Yeah.
it's got to, it's ended up turning you into the person that you are today with the things that you do. And you have a system for everything you do in life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll call you sometimes and then you'll say, you'll be like, oh yeah, well, I'm giving myself an hour lunch break and then I'm hitting back to the hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you give me a specific time, and it's usually the same time every time. So, you've got a production, you follow a certain system. So what would you say for those people out there that, they want to start, but they don't know where to start? Like, what would you say to motivate them to build a system of consistency to where they can see the changes in their lives?
I think when it comes to habit, man, it's tricky because we've been living a certain way for so long. It's hard to break that habit. So I feel like where people go wrong, they try to create new habits, too many new habits at once. You gotta start off small, and in the book I talk about like just putting sticky notes in areas you visit, like in the bathroom, on your mirror, in your dashboard, like reminders to, hey, you know what I mean? So you gotta start off small and try to be consistent. Try consistent. If you lose focus, you start over again, but eventually they say, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it says 60 days before something becomes a habit. That's somewhat true. You just got to stick to it, but the moment you stop doing it, you can lose the habit. So the 60 days doesn't guarantee that you're always going to have that habit, but it's for 60 days that routine is going to be a lot more easier to do. So just start off small and then add small habits as you get familiar and get comfortable with. Don't try to jump in a whole bunch of habits. Some people, they wake up, they want to work out every single morning. They want to they just got these crazy habits they want to just change in one day. Just start off small. I think that's where a lot of people lose focus. They think they're supposed to be doing all these things at once, but it just takes time. And coming out of high school, the book Think and Grow Rich just changed everything for me, bro. Like, I don't know what made me read that book, but reading that book, it's just my whole perspective, bro. Mindset, it just changed everything. So, and that's what's been just keeping me like that mindset switch took a couple of years, but I think after high school, I had to reevaluate so many times. I couldn't stick with the routine, and eventually just started sticking. But you don't fail until you stop trying. So I just kept trying, kept going.
Right, 100%. You only fail if you quit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I hope everybody's taking notes on that too, because it is the little things that matter. Little things that matter.
Yeah, those small habits, man. Don't try to do too much at once. Start off small. Mm-hmm. If it's working out in the morning, start off a couple of days a week. Don't try to work out 7 days a week. Take 3 days out of the week. Go to the gym. Set your alarm clock. If you trying to if you working out to put on muscle, if you're trying to lose weight, just write a goal, write something that's gonna make you feel good about going to the gym. Make it fun. Make it fun. Go on the beach some days and go jogging. Switch it up. Just put yourself in a good environment. Like me, I like walking on the beach. Listening to music. It gets me creative, bro, and gets me motivated. So you just gotta find what brings excitement to your habit.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. 100%. Between that, which things you're saying, your book and just what we got coming soon with Black Amir, you got a lot to look forward to going into 2021,
Yeah.
So
I'm excited, actually.
Yeah. You sound like it, which is good, and I've been seeing it on social media. I've been seeing you push. I've been seeing your audience and the way they react with you, and I can tell that you're genuine with them, and they believe in your product. And then reading your reviews and stuff like that on your website, your reviews, they speak volumes too. And so that's a beautiful thing to be able to have that connection. And I have a feeling that going into 2021 and all of 2021 that you're gonna probably have your biggest break ever. I just got that feeling.
Hey, thank you. I feel it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All you gotta do is just remember, keep going. That's it. That's it. Yep. Yes, sir. Well, listen, my brother. Look, I appreciate you taking your time to come on here and speak to the people, speak with me, and continue to give back. Oh, by the way, that's something that you do too. You I know that you do something that I don't see often, and that's you donate. Before we wrap that up, anything you want to mention on that?
So every year we donate school supplies to a school in Jamaica. So this December, we take a percentage of the sales from our products, and we're gonna do another somewhat fundraiser. We're gonna buy school supplies, backpacks, crayons, all that stuff. Notebooks, all that. So, and we're gonna donate it to a school. So for the past couple of years, we've just been donating, picking random schools, and something we want to keep doing. Eventually, expand to different schools all over the world. So yeah, so getting the brand in the right place will eventually allow us to do that.
Right. And the thing is that you're not waiting to do it; you're doing it now. And so I already know that when that time comes, you'll be doing it on a much higher level. Giving back to a much larger crowd, and that's what I'm pretty sure that's what Black America is about. Giving respect back to the culture, helping the culture, donating back. Spreading awareness. And
yes,
that's
exactly.
what I get from it. So,
exactly. And thank you for having me, bro. I want to shout out to the team. Shout out to Walt, Keys, Abe. Shout out to my team, man. Those my brothers. So it's all love.
Yes, sir.
And thank everybody that's been supporting us over the years. It's a lot of supporters that's been sticking with us. Trials and error. We, they still believe in us, and that means a lot. So thank y'all.
Yeah, 100%. That's beautiful. And I know that's gonna stick. That's gonna stick throughout the years. So keep up the good work. Stay positive. Keep reading. I hope everything goes well with your book going forward. I know you're working on another one. I know you gotta be. We'll keep in touch, my brother. So I want to leave you with one message. Just keep going.
Keep going. Yes, sir.
All right, brother. We'll be in touch.
All right. See you, bro.
All right. Later.